Peter Jackson.
Yes.
Interview. I was watching this morning. So when you get your little press junk and you see Peter Jackson on the list, what was that like?
No,
Well,
that wasn't on our list.
It was his idea, which is amazing. It was we had done it. He was very, very kind to us, Peter Jackson, and he had done a screening. It was Martin Freeman's last day on The Hobbit, and we were coming to New Zealand because we didn't do any press with Martin because he'd been busy. So we went to Wellington and did a premiere in Wellington at the Embassy Theatre. Martin was there, me and Simon and Nick were there, Benedict Cumberbatch was there, all of the Hobbit actors were there. And then Peter watched it for the first time, and then he said, I'd like to interview you and put it on my Facebook page, which is amazing. So he didn't need to do that, and he genuinely really loved the movie. And it was very sweet as well, because Peter, who is an inspiration to me and has been since Bad Taste and Brain Dead, said, watching your film, it just made me want to do one of those movies again, sort of do something smaller and something more personal. So what better compliment is there?
It was amazing. We went around and sat in a little sitting room, and he came in with his shoes off and had a cup of tea, and we just chatted. It was great.
When you're sitting in your costume, do you hope he casts you in a movie? Or are you sitting there being like,
he has.
I'm in Tintin.
Right.
So we start, I would imagine next year, Tintin 2. So that's with Peter in Wellington. So.
Nice. In that, you're talking about how the dinner scenes are the hardest to shoot because everyone's sitting around the table. You need so many angles. Why? So when you're writing the script, do you realize this is going to be hard to do?
I think sort of there's difficult. Basically, this film is all made up of difficult scenes. You've got fight scenes which are incredibly intensive. You've got scenes with special effects which are incredibly intensive. You've got car chase bits which are intensive. And then dinner table scenes are just difficult because if you've got 6 people around a table, you need so many camera angles to make it kind of visually interesting or just cover everybody. You've got 6 great actors, so you have to cover them and stuff. So it's just time consuming. So it's something that within movie making, a dinner table scene is usually something that people go, whew, this is going to be a long haul,
36 setups.
Yeah.
And you've got, 12 of them in this movie, at least?
Oh,
one in every pub, probably?
Pretty much, yeah. But it's also, those are the scenes where I, as a sort of, kind of as a director, like to kind of sit back and observe the actors. You've got these amazing actors around a table and you just let them do their thing.
Also, a lot of the time, too, we're not in a circle. It's like an amphitheatre style shit, you know what I mean? So then...
Some people are sitting behind the camera.
Yeah.
If that's the most difficult thing on his end, what's the most difficult thing for you? Was it the fight scenes?
No, it's the fear of not knowing my dialogue. That's the most difficult thing on any film for me. Just that, and I'm great on lines. I never forget lines, but for me, it's...
True?
No, he's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I never forget. I'm a professional actor. So, but the worst thing for me is the fear of not knowing them. So I, much to my wife's annoyance and to her credit, every day I'm up doing lines an hour before I get picked up, and I spend an hour when I get into bed at night learning lines. I do 3 hours a day at weekends every day, just to make sure that I am...
Do you run lines with the wife?
No, I tried that once and we ended up having a giant fight, so we stopped doing that. But also I'm a...
because you tried to run lines on a romantic scene?
Yeah. But no, she,
Playing this part?
But she kind of interjects every 2 seconds to say, no, actually it's the, not then. It's like, no, look, just let me get on with, please stop interrupting.
Becky sucks the wedding ring.
No, we're not doing that. Not now. We won't do that one now. But also, I'm an executive producer on the film too, so I need to know everyone's lines, and I need to know what everyone's doing, and know absolutely everything we're doing on any single day. So, that's important that I'm on that.
Is it easier just mentioning every single day? Is it easier from both your perspectives, making everything take place on one day?
I think the all-in-one night thing does add to the process, especially if you can do it in order, which is sometimes tricky, but pretty much the film is shot in chronological order.
Really?
Yeah, near as damn it. And especially with a film where people are getting steadily drunk throughout, that really helps. Also the costumes are getting more and more disheveled and their makeup. So that's fun to do. I think it was a big part of Shaun of the Dead as well. Shaun of the Dead takes place over a very tight period of time, and so does this one. So I think it adds to the filming of it for sure.
I think from my point of view too, it's great because it only means one costume change. So you're in the same thing, and that's it. You put it in the morning, and you're there. You're done.
As an actor, do you feel more like the character when you're actually going through the motions in order?
I don't know. You'll have to ask another actor that. But for me, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't make a difference.
It's about you have to be when the camera starts rolling, you have to be that. So I don't mind in what order it is in.
How much did you shot Cuban Fury, the salsa dance movie, before doing this one? How much did the choreography from a film like that correlate to the choreography in a fight scene?
Massively.
Really?
I don't. It would have been difficult. Not difficult. It would have been different if we'd done it the other way round. But I finished Cuban a week before this started at rehearsal. So the kind of finale of Cuban is like a 4-minute free dance that I had to learn and do it in front of 600 of the world's best salsa dancers. So then having to fight 10 robots in a pub was easy compared to that.
That's nice. I'm gonna let you go. So we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. You can both answer them the same, but the first
Poutine. Oh no, sorry.
I like that. That's good. The first one though is one for each of you.
Yeah.
Next, script or improv, Edgar, film or digital?
Script.
Film.
Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
I'm going to say McCartney too.
Your favorite beer?
Stella Artois.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
He has
It's a
no
very
idea.
hipster beer here in North America. I like that. We don't really do this here in North America, but in England I hear there's a lot of pub sports. So what's your pub sport of choice?
Drinking.
Pub quiz? Pub quiz. Film quiz. Trivia quiz.
Trivia. I like that. In 1 word, The World's End.
Great.
Alcohol Holocaust.
Oh. I'm going to change mine to Barmageddon.
I like that. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Cheers.